Welcome to another movie. As you can see, this time I have something a little bit different. So what it is, it's a MZ6002 6002 Panther armored car, but it's a building blocks. When I was kid, I loved to assembly blocks and stuff like that. And here is something similar, but it is a RC car. It's not a only blocks, so as far as I understand, is a suspension with all the RC stuff, and on it you build a RC car. So that's as far as I understand. So it's a 887 pieces. I think it's including the remote control. So as far as you may understand, I'm happy to get back to my old days and just have fun with this kit. I don't think it is a proportional, of course. It's a quite cheap car, but for kids it's really great, because if you get tired of the Panther car, you can always build something on it with your own blocks. Of course, it's not a Lego like all the brands. It's just using the same blocks. As far as I can see, it's using the standard blocks and the Technic connections, so that's probably most I can tell. It's having a rechargeable battery with the USB charger, remote, and and the car itself also with the blocks. Okay, so let me open it and we will see what's inside. Okay, so as you can see, it's not a small set. Everything is packed in the bags. Camera may have little problems focusing on the bags, but the main part is in here. So here is the remote and the car. Let's see, let me open it. I can also tell that the package is really well made and the car did not get damaged, so or something like that, so that's really good. Okay, so here it is. It's also have a the bottom part. As you can see, there are many Technic connections. Oh, there is a sound also. I did not know about that. 3 pieces for the 3 connectors for the wheels. Front is spinning freely. Rear is spinning quite easy, so not much of reduction. You can see the circuit board in here. Also a remote. It's 2.4 gigahertz. Of course, it's 0.01 control, so no one it's like this 0101, so no speed control as far as I know, but it's just a toy, so mostly you're not focused about control, just about the building, to when the kids want to show the parents what he built. Here is a battery, a quite small one. You never see so small batteries, it's really rare. It's NCD 2/3 AA battery, so it's smaller one, 700 milliamps, 4.8 volts, and a standard USB charger. Okay, so I will not show the parts, so as you may as you may understand, I will just unpack it when I will just assemble the car. Here's the manual. Let's see how it is. Very easy one. As you can see, this is the first part, and you have all. Oh, so as far as I understand, the first part is to assemble the front, and here is how you assemble that. So that's quite nice, because you know where you are with the parts. Of course, you still need to find where that part are. So that's always a really big fun. I may wait. The winch is working? No way. No, I don't think so. I did see a gears under the car, so yes, probably the winch is controlled by the by hand, as far as I understand, but it's still a winch. Okay, so I don't know how to set this up, because this will take a lot of time. It's almost 1,000 parts to assembly, and trying to find what part in this moment that is may take some time. Oh, there are some numbers on it. So here is the 3. Here is no way. Here is 4. Here is 2. Let me see. Here is 1. Here is 1. Oh, so the parts are labeled. So that's very easy. So I can just search all the number ones, as far as I understand. Sorry for the noise. I know my camera is very sensitive. 1. Oh, so that makes it quite easy to assembly. Let's see what number we have. It's 2, so that's the 1. Here is the 4. Oh, that is the number. Here's another 1. 4, 3, 4, 4. This is the 2. There's nothing on this one. Maybe some spare parts. 3, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, and 3. Okay, so it is quite simple, because you have numbers on the backs, so that will make it much more easy. So it means that you just search for the bags with the correct number, and that will make it easy to find. I will take this car apart, and just maybe give some kid in from my family, so that kid will have much more trouble, because I'm not able to pack it back in that bags. But it will make this kid much more fun, because he will need to see what this part is, and just find it in all the bags. Okay, so that's all for the prepare. Now I will just turn on the camera, turn on some music for you. I will listen to some different music. Turn on the cooling, because it's hot as hell in here, and just probably take some time to assemble it, and we'll show if I have some problem, something. I will just pause the movie and slow it down, and just show you what did I found, or how it's looking when I did finish one number. Okay, so for in this moment, for just showing the part, that's all. Now I will just prepare everything, and just will start to assemble it. Okay, so a small pause in here. So this rope is really bad. It's splitting like crazy. I did use lighter to just get it from not splitting on the end, and still it does this. So this is a really cheap rope. So I think I have somewhere a black rope, if I remember, a small rope, because if you did what they say and put a knop, and I don't know how they call it in English, in here to keep it from falling out, you will not be able to put this part. Also, there is a mistake in the instruction, because they say you need two black ones and they are gray. So that's a small mistake, but now I will need to get some better and smaller rope, so I will be able to put it inside this thing and just keep on going with that. Okay, so I will go search for my rope. Okay, so as you can see, I do have my rope attached. I did not make any knob, how they call it, in the end. It's just wedged by these two pieces on the side, and that should fit fine. If you make that tangle, the knob, or how they call it, in the end, you will not be able to fit it inside. It's just going through and out on this side and wedged by this part. So this is a tip on this part, and now I will go and move forward. So a small pause in this moment because I found out that I'm missing one of these, so I'm not fully able to assemble the second one, but I will see, maybe it's in another bag. If not, oh, too bad, maybe I can get it and just have a full assembly. So back to assembly. Okay, so I did finish the first part and I still have two parts. So one is missing and I have two more. That's interesting. Now I should be able to find out where did I miss this part. Actually I have probably, oh, maybe here I have one. That should go, no, it is on. Okay, so I did finish the car and I still have two parts. So and one is missing, so in probably something I missed, or not how to say, if I have all the parts that I needed to have assembled, and I still have these two ones. So in this moment this will be hard because I'm not able to see. Maybe in here, no, I have these two ones. I'm not able to see where did I put this part that I needed. Sorry, where did this two parts should go? Nope. How to say? I did miss one part on I think this side or the other side, but it's in this one, like in here. Wait, maybe. No, it is this one. So okay, so I'm not how to get it to it now. So I'm not missing it. Oh damn it! Maybe this one. No, I will. No, I need to take. Wait, let's take this one. Maybe I can try it out. Yes, I have it. So it is this one. So sorry. So no parts are missing. I have still one extra part. There is a bit problem on the front, and I can see why. So this part is not fully inside as far as I can see, and that is the problem. So I should be okay, so I will need to correct this one. I can put it inside now. So this part is making a problem on the front. As you can see, I did put it inside 2 times. I'm still not able to find this one. I will just see if I can get it. So this hook is sorry, I'm too far. This hook is attached, so you just control it with this gear. And for the first part it's finished, so I will just now search where did I not put this one, and I will just go to the next part. But still I have a lot of work. That took me about 2 hours maybe just to film it, but also to film it, but that's quite long to assembly. I can tell you already, this car is a madness when assembly. As you could see, this assembly, just this front, is a giant amount of parts. Okay, so I will just search for this and I will get back with the second part. Okay, so I'm at the second stage of the assembly of this car. Out of 5, the fifth one will be just the fun of testing it. So I did not find that the part that is laying in there, but I did see it's also in this stage, so I will see if it's missing, and I will just again speed up and show the assembly. Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry for the camera. It's going off after some time, and I have no idea why. As you may already see, I did finish the second stage, and I can tell you already is a hell of a blocks in here. So I did have many times the front full off, but it's not a so giant problem. It's just pushing in. Also, there are many mistakes, how to say, if mistakes, but about these colors in here, because most of the parts inside are silver, and the manual doesn't really show that it's silver or black. So that's mostly the problems. I can tell you already, it's a really great toy. Sorry, I need to push this inside more. Oh, like this. Many functions, everything is moving, so that's really great. You can open, close the doors like this. You have moving reverse mirrors, so that's really great. There are many things that moving that you can use. I already see that this can be opening here, so this can be opening here. I have no idea what that will do. The seats can also be folded like this, so that's really great. I don't know if the trunk can be opened. I don't think so. No, the trunk not, but it's everything is flexible in here. So when you assembly that's antennas? No, that's the wipers. Oh, I did not know what that is. So now I see it. It's the wipers. So I'm finished the second stage of this car. I'm not able to do anything more today because I need to go to sleep and go to work. Probably I will finish it after work. I'm sorry this movie will take so long. I don't know if I will be able to get it so short, but I will speed up as much as I can just to not make it so long. But I can tell you this kit is giant. It's so complicated, so many parts. You need to look in some of the parts, if this parts go here or if this part go there, because some parts are similar, and that's very much of looking, of checking. It's quite heavy in this moment. That's a lot of plastic. So I repeat, if you give this to kid and that kid will try to assembly this, you will not see this kid for a long time, because he will have so much work on this. He will be so much occupied that you will not see him for some time. And I ensure you, when he finish this car on each stage, like this is the second stage, he will come to you and tell mom, dad, look what I did, look how this car look now. And when he will finish it, he will come to you, show you the finished car, and then put it on the wheels, get the remote, and just show you how this car works. So that's of course how I did always. I did show my mother what did I build in that situation in that time. And I did build a lot of cars, some spaceships, like like every kid do. Now kids doesn't have it. It's console, it's Fortnite, and not much. But this is a really great kit for kids. I did also found a robot from Star Wars, from the one of the history episodes, and I want to buy it because the price is not big. This one have 866, if I remember, pieces. That one have MZ6068, and I really want that robot because that will look really great. I may put a link in the description if someone will want, if I remember to do that. But so far I'm really happy with this car, with this kit, with these blocks. I really like it, but I don't think I will be able to disassemble it back and let the kit have fun. But I will try to do that because some of the parts are really hard to get out if you don't remember in what direction. Okay, so that's all. I will tomorrow start again the third, and maybe finish the car and test it on my desk. So that's all for this day.
Day 2.
Okay, so we are back with the assembly. So we are at the stage 3, and we will assemble the most of the back of the car, and we are close to finish it. Okay, so back to taking all in one piece. Okay, so a little pause in this moment because I did find a problem. I did think this beam is the shorter one, but it is saying that it's a 9, and I have not fully molded this part. So as you can see, it's open, and I don't know if I will have any problems with this, but this part is just broken. Also, it's quite hard to assemble it because the manual doesn't really show how all the parts go were, just showing the finished product. So if you're having a problem in this moment, oh sorry, here is how this look like, and back to assembly. So I did find a problem in here. I will not be able to accomplish this whole page. It's in here there is a bin, or I don't know how they call it, and that one should have all the round holes. So the only part that I have left is with the cross holes on both sides. As you can see, I have more because I did check if I did not put it in here, because this is the only place where it's the same, and they all are the same. So in this moment I'm not able to finish this part without having this one with the round. I may order this one also with this bin, because I don't think these parts are very expensive just to have it fully assembled, but it's the so far third mistake of the factory, because this part is not fully molded as it should. I also have one spare part that should not be in the box, and here I have a small mistake. Okay, the Lego also have probably some mistakes, or maybe they have more quality check and they doesn't have problems like this, but of course the price is 3 times higher than this kit. So for me it's not a big problem. I can always buy it. I don't need to mount this part because it's just a rear part with the steps, but I think I will order this part also, this bin, and just replace it. So back to assembly if I can. So problem solved by itself, because these two blue beans are going through this part. So that was just a connection between this part and this part, just to make it not wobble. So just these two parts will not be needed. So still that's still working fine, so that's not a big problem. Same as far as I know, same as this not molded part, because that one also not so important in that spot. So I may still order it just to have it fully working. So as you can see, that was not a big problem, because most of these parts are holding in many places, so a part like this, it's not a big problem. So here is the first stage finished. I did have a problem in here because this part is wrong, but still did not be a giant problem. Also, this longer bin in here is not molded fully, so that was also a factory mistake of the quality check, but still was not a giant problem because it's just sticking out in here. I just make sure to not be fully seen, and that was that part did not follow fully. No, it is. Wait, something is. Oh, okay, so that's not a big problem. So I can tell you already, this giant part in here did make a giant amount of putting all together, so that was quite funny. As you can see, there is a SWAT sign on one of the sides. So these doors now can be open, same as the front ones, of course on both sides. Here also can be opened. The inside seats can be set up. So far is a really great set, even if the factory make mistakes. But still remember, this car costs so much less than the Lego toys or cars, that I'm still, even if I would order this part and this part to replace it, it's still not it's still great buy and not a big problem if there are some mistakes this car and if the steering is not proportional. So now I will just prepare the fourth stage, and that will be near finish of this car, and we will see how this works. Also, I did forget, so here are some spare parts that left from this assembly. I have no idea. Oh wait, this one I see it's right in here, so that may be a bit difficult to put it. But these two parts was from the rear, but I have no idea where this three goes. So this one I will need to get somehow inside. But if I remember, I just need to take this bin out, lift it up. That was so simple. It's on the bottom part. Just put it's 4 part. Wait, this part should be. Oops, something fall out. Okay, this will take me a minute to get figured out. If I remember, it's like this. Okay, I need to check the manual to put it back together, but still one part less. Okay, so we are starting the fourth stage of the last stage, almost the last stage of assembly. As you may also see, I do have the wheels prepared, but I put it on the side because I will assemble it later. And as far as I can tell you, get a bowl for a smaller parts. That's much more easy to assemble it. Okay, so I'm starting to assemble. I saw small pause in this moment. So these parts are really hard to assemble. I did struggle a lot to put it together. Also, there are two parts that are similar, just have a little different angle, so you need to look at this, but it's really hard. I'm still not able to put this one in. Oh, maybe it is fully, but this will need, if a kid will assemble this part will need an adult to help him, because that was so difficult, so hard to put it inside. So back to assembly. So as you can see, I did finish it. And I can tell you, wow, that's a lot of work to assemble this car. Near the end, I did find out that there is something missing here. I think they did not think about this, but I will use one of the spare parts just to push it inside and have it attached, because the upper hinge is not connected to anything. So that's the problem. I will take this small part, put this one inside that I have spare, just to hold the door and have another hinge in there. So I did not know about it, but there is a working gun. So you load this projectile inside, and when you touch it from the other side, it will shoot. So that's incredible. I did not know about it. I did not notice it on the upper side. Also, of course, this turret spins. Also, there is some, I don't know, radar, camera, something like that on the front that spins. Interesting idea is they use a cap, I don't know how to say it, as a horn on the top side. Of course, this two doors open. You can change the angle of the seats. You can open the rear. There is space inside. You can close it, of course. I have no idea if there is also some... Oh, there is something in here, but I have no idea what this do, because the top part, I think it's not opened, cannot be open. But I know this part can be open, or maybe not anymore. So that's still many things that I don't know about. Probably there are some cool stuff that I can open, but I don't know about it. But still, that's a really great car, and I can tell you that. Okay, so I will do this later, but let me put the battery inside and we will see what this car can do. Okay, so I did unscrew this cover that fall out. It's quite hard to put the battery inside, because like the gun is sometimes falling out, but still not a giant problem. How do they fit this dumb battery inside? It's too large to fit inside. Oh, maybe like this. So you need to find a way. Maybe let me put the cable on the bottom part and stuff it like this. Yes, now it should fit. So this cover needs that screw get back. That may be quite difficult to put it inside. Working on it. Working. Shall it stay in that space? Stay. Yeah, I have it. Of course, like always, I did not charge a battery, so I want to see if it's charged. Do we have a on-off button? Yeah, there is one. It is on. Okay, so transmitter have two batteries. Funny part is that it's always on, so if you leave it, it will automatically turn off. Okay, so I think it's connected now. Let's see. Yes. Oh, quite. I like the steering because it's quiet. It's not proportional. That's nothing new, but it's quiet. Oh, that's... I can, because it's quite easy to control. Do I have something that I can tell? Oh, that should be... Okay, let me see if this car have power to get on something. I will use my MP3. Yes, it is. Wow, that's quite impressive for a toy box. Some parts are, oops, are getting out, so I did not maybe fully assemble this car, maybe some parts are still not fully put it inside, but that did took me away. I really like this car. I can tell you that it's a really great toy. The assembly is so fun, but the car rides really well done. I have too much small space for that, but I don't want to take it outside because it's very hot. I don't think I will give it away to some kid. I think I will just leave it. They say there are some lights according to instruction, but no, I think they're there, and I think that I did see something about the lights. It's like the button. Okay, so that's all for now. I think I will make 2 movies about it, one shorter and one longer. Let's test the shooting. Wait, I will raise the camera a little bit, the spare parts, and let's see how far this will go. No, this one didn't. I may put it in wrong way, so I will need to change it, but maybe that's, yes, this one get out, so I think you need to push it a little bit more. This cover is quite annoying in here because it's only holding by two connectors under this cover. As you can see, wait, let me take this one out. And this cover is quite, like I said, annoying. Maybe I push it a little to the front. Yes, not matching, but it's much more easy to access, and it still holds much better. You see now? Yes, now it's much better because I can push it more inside. So that's all for now. Now I need to just make a picture of it for my movie, and I think I will just keep it because I love how this thing looks.